Hey y'all, welcome back. So for an entire day, I will be eating cottage cheese. It was a trend on TikTok. I feel like you either hate or love cottage cheese. I'm more on the hate side, but after today, I want to love cottage cheese. On the menu, we have cottage cheese cookie dough for breakfast, cottage cheese mac and cheese for lunch, and cottage cheese flatbread for dinner. And then dessert, we have cottage cheese cheesecake. I have 2 pounds of cottage cheese right here. I don't think I'll use it all, especially because I'll be making half batches for some things. So this is the low-fat good culture. I heard good culture was the best kind. I'm gonna start with oats because I don't have almond flour, but you guys are currently sitting on it, so we're gonna move. And yeah, I am making a half batch for this recipe because I'm scared.
I'm honestly ashamed to share this recipe, but I'm kind of obsessed with it. It's cottage cheese edible cookie dough in a blender, pound of cottage cheese, some maple syrup, vanilla, puree that up until smooth into a bowl with vanilla protein powder and almond flour. We're going to stir that up and then throw in some chocolate chips, and this is already ready to shove into your mouth. Good enough.
Makes an absolute mess. Okay, 1 cup actually made more than 1 cup when blended. It's okay though. I might need it. I've had cottage cheese a few times before. I just want to try it again by itself. Here's what it looks like. You probably can't see that, but it's liquidy. Why is it so liquidy? Wait, okay, honestly, if I keep thinking it's cheese and not yogurt, that's my issue. I think it's gonna be sweet and then it's salty. I think I could like it because it just tastes like curdled cheese, like cheese curds. And I like cheese curds when they're fried, so. Now we're actually gonna start mixing the cottage cheese with vanilla and then we put it into a bowl and then add the dry ingredients. Okay, I hope that's 8 ounces. That looks like more. Actually, I want to take some out. Never mind, it's fine. My gut is always right. Oh no, I'm gonna have to use fake maple syrup. Okay, time to mix her up. I low-key want to try it. Okay, I'm trying it because I'm curious. I'd rather just eat the cottage cheese. This better taste good with all the other stuff. Okay, time to mix it all up. Uh-oh. Is it too much oat flour? Okay, we'll trust the process. Oh, I forgot the maple syrup in the blender. I love maple syrup. I could inhale it. Okay, my first time trying Clean Simple Eats. I have high hopes. Wait, it actually looks like cookie dough now. Low key. Okay, I'm gonna add the chocolate chips. They were kind of big, but it's whatever. I wanted really dark chocolate chips, so. Y'all, this actually looks so good. It's very thick, but I hope it tastes good. It's so thick, you could literally like probably go upside down. I'm scared. Hopefully it'll taste good. Me and my mom are gonna try. Cheers, cheers. And I thought I had too much cottage cheese. But I think if I added more, I could taste the cottage cheese even more. I feel like because the fact I know there's like granules of curds in there. But I feel like if someone gave this to me, I'd be like, oh, it's healthy cottage cheese. No, it's healthy cookie dough, but I wouldn't know there's cottage cheese.
It has like a little sour taste.
Yeah.
Instead of like the sweet of a regular cookie dough.
I mean, it's better than I thought. I like it.
It's doable.
I honestly would give it an 8 out of 10 for like what it is. Because the fact I don't even like cottage cheese, but like cookie dough itself, this is like a 4 out of 10. So, but like you can't compare cottage cheese, cookie dough, and cookie dough. So I don't think I'd ever make this again. Also because it wasn't that easy. Like it took time to blend everything up instead of just like adding it to my eggs. But maybe I will, because I do have lots of cottage cheese. I'll see y'all for lunch. That'll be interesting. Okay, so I'm back for lunch. I'm making cottage cheese mac and cheese.
First things first, I saw this tip on TikTok that whenever you buy cottage cheese, buy a second carton and then whip that up in the food processor and keep it on hand for things like this pasta, toast, whatever you might want. But in terms of the pasta, we're only adding enough water to just cover the noodles because it's going to end up forming our sauce along with the whipped cottage cheese and grated cheese. Plus, it means you don't even have to drain the noodles. So this is the easiest stovetop mac and cheese, and it also is packed with protein. And for an even easier version, I tried it with a box of mac and cheese, and that works too.
Except I didn't really watch the video before, so apparently you're supposed to do it in the stove on the pan, but I just did the normal boiling water thing. So we'll see how it turns out, because I think I'll just drain most of it and then leave some water, and hopefully that'll work. I have to shred the cabbage, white cheddar, so yeah. And then for pasta, I have the cavatappi, the best noodle shape, Banza. So I drained the noodles, half of them, and then I left some water, so now I have to add the cottage cheese, which I whipped up the rest of it, and then the white cheddar cheese, which is really bussin', by the way. She didn't add too much, so I'm just gonna add a couple spoonfuls. It looks too liquidy, but I added the cheese, so I might have to drain it. Okay, I drained it and then added more cheese, so it doesn't look too bad. Now we're cooking. I just turned the heat up, so now it's getting thicker. Okay, final taste test. It looks good. Like, this looks like mac and cheese. I would have never thought there's any cottage cheese. I don't taste the cottage cheese, which is nice. But I think if I added like more stuff, like milk, like actually mac and cheese, and maybe more like different cheeses, this would be really good. So this is a great way to hide the cottage cheese in it. Thumbs up. I give it 8 out of 10, and I think the cookie dough 7 out of 10. Currently my flatbread takes 40 minutes to cook or bake.
I'm trying out the viral cottage cheese flatbread, and when I first saw this, it grossed me out, but y'all, it blew my mind once I tried it. All you need is a cup of cottage cheese, 2 eggs, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit of Italian seasoning, blend it up, add it to a baking sheet pan, bake on 350 for about 40 minutes, and then I made this chicken flatbread sandwich.
Oh, it is so flippin' good.
I'm beginning at 5 p.m. I have all my ingredients prepared, which is only 2 eggs, cup of cottage cheese, onion, garlic, and Italian seasoning. So my blender is getting lots of work in. So far, it's really thin, so I can see why it takes so long to cook. I forgot how yellow it's gonna be, but now I just have to put on these seasonings. Lots of seasonings. Bye-bye. I'm actually in the mood to make the cheesecakes right now. I can just put them in the fridge. So I'm gonna do that.
Cheesecake with 20 grams of protein and only 150 calories? Let's make it. Hey y'all, welcome back. Today we're making some high protein healthy cheesecake. Let's do it. Okay, start by getting yourself a blender, a food processor, whatever you want. All right, first you're gonna start with 1 cup of cottage cheese. I'm using this Good Culture kind today. You can use any kind you want. All right, next ingredient, we're gonna do half a cup of Greek yogurt. I'm using this Fage kind, whatever kind you want, go for it. 2 eggs. All right, next do about 2 teaspoons of your favorite sweetener. You could do honey, maple syrup, sugar if you wanted. I'm gonna do maple syrup. All right, now we're just gonna do a splash of vanilla. Perfect. All right, last ingredient, we're gonna do a juice of half of a lemon. All right, time to blend. All right, so this next part is definitely optional. If I had a Nilla wafer, I would pop a Nilla wafer in the bottom of all of these, but unfortunately I don't. You could also skip it, but I'm gonna do a tiny square of one of these Honey Made graham crackers. Put that in the bottom because I love the crust. It's my favorite part, so can't forget that. Okay, this is literally perfect. Half of a graham cracker, ideal, won't even fall out. And we're just gonna pour our batter into our little containers. Okay, also if you wanted to, you could totally add a scoop of vanilla protein powder, cheesecake protein powder into the batter if you wanted. I'm going for not doing it, but that you could totally do that. All right, now I'm gonna pop them in the 350-degree oven. Okay, I just took our cheesecakes out of the oven and they were in there for about 18 minutes, but look how perfect they are. Nice and even and flat, look delicious. Okay, now we're just gonna keep them in the fridge, let them cool, put them in the fridge, or if you're eating them in a few hours, put them in the freezer. I'm gonna put one in the freezer so I can try some for dessert, so I'll let y'all know how that goes. Okay, so because this is my dessert, we're gonna make it a little bit more desserty. This has been in the freezer for about an hour, so it's pretty chilled. Let's do a little bit of this fat-free whipped cream. Let's do some raspberries. And then last we have some mini chocolate chips because absolutely. All right, let's give it a try. Each cheesecake has 20 grams of protein and only 150 calories. That's insane.
Already at my fill line, I just have the cottage cheese, eggs, yogurt, and honey. I don't have lemon juice, and I'm not gonna do vanilla too. I mean, I could, but I already have vanilla yogurt, so it's okay. It's looking like the flatbread I just put in the oven. By the way, I hope it doesn't stick, but I'll be okay. My graham cracker didn't really fit perfectly, but that's okay. I'm just gonna pour my concoction in. Exactly 18 minutes left for my flatbread, so I think I'm gonna put these in. The graham cracker kept floating to the top, so I pushed them down, so hopefully that works, but I'm gonna put them in right now. Oh, that looks so good. No way. Oh, it's a little crispy. All of my graham crackers popped up. So for my sandwich toppings, I'm doing salami, pesto, pickle, and lettuce. Moment of truth to see if it's going to stick. I'm shocked. Whoa. Not sticking at all. I thought I overcooked it, but I actually don't think I did. It's just quite flimsy. Okay, y'all, my cheesecakes are done, I believe. They're like a tiny bit jiggly, but my mom said it's fine, so I believe her. And also, this graham cracker is the only one that got risen up, so that's okay. And also, I was wondering why they weren't getting like more done than they were, even though this is good. Like, it's a good thing they're not overdone, because I turned the oven off, apparently, I guess when I took out my bread, so they weren't even cooking that much. But yeah, I'm gonna put them in the fridge when they cool off for later. Flatbread taste test. It's very crispy on the edges. All I tasted was pesto, so I'm gonna actually try the flatbread itself. It does not taste as good as it looks. I give it a 5 or 6 out of 10. It's the innards that really count, I guess. I only put it in the refrigerator. I didn't freeze it. Hopefully it'll be okay. I have Cool Whip, raspberries, mini chocolate chips, just like her. And then I have this, as you can tell, the 12 Days of Christmas. I had a caramel cinnamon spread, so I put a little bit of that. So me and my mom are gonna give it a taste test. Cheers. And this is the one with the graham cracker on the top, so cheers.
It's a bit of a weird texture.
I like it.
You do?
Good.
Good.
Oh, by itself it's kind of cheesy. I give it a 7 out of 10.